Who feels like beating a dead horse today? I do. And Jenny McDermott doesn't, so here we go. Okay, first of all, as an aside, I just want to say that when Jaclyn Glenn highlights that theoretical bullshit is her friend, and therefore it's more okay for her to be inspired by him, I disagree. I think that your friends are the people that you don't copy from. Moving on. It's not enough for me to just point out these instances of plagiarism, because some of them are a little nuanced. And it's more important for me to teach everyone else how not to plagiarize than to just keep on poking fun at her for what she does. So, first I'm going to tell you a crutch that I learned back when I was a youngin'. You ready? Here we go. Before I got my degree here from the University of Wisconsin, way before that, when I was in a little podunk town called Sierra Vista, Arizona, in high school, in my freshman year of high school, in that little podunk town, they taught me a crutch that would help me throughout all my other years of higher education. That crutch is, in order to avoid the accusation of plagiarism, if you lift more than 7 words in a row from a source, you need to put quotations on it, and you put a little annotation number or an asterisk, at the end. You don't use those words as if they're your own and then just say, well, I got it from this book, so I'll just list the book and the references. No, that's not citing your source, okay? And that is still plagiarism, because you have still passed their words off as your own. What you need to do is you annotate, let's see, on your guys' perspective, it'd be on this side. You annotate at the end of the sentence, and then at the bottom of the page in the annotations or in the references at the end of your work, you need to cite the page number where you got it. You need to, say what step it was, what video it was, what minute, whatever. And if quotation marks won't work, you can do block quotation, or you can put it up on the screen if you're a YouTuber. But if you don't do those things and you just put at the end of your work, click here and go through all of this and try to find what words I copied. No, that is not proper citation. So, here I'm going to show you an example of Jaclyn Glenn not properly citing her sources, but making an effort, which fell short. Ready? Here we go. So this is Jaclyn Glenn's 10 interesting facts about marijuana, right? And in her description box, she lists 6 facts about marijuana, and then gives a Pew Research fact sheet, right? And I have the fact sheet behind it, and we've lined it up right next to her video so that I can follow this part of her video, which, by the way, does borrow the infographic without saying where it came from. It just, cites it in the description box vaguely. But here's what I'm talking about.
Washington, Oregon, and Alaska, and the District of Columbia have passed measures to legalize marijuana use, while an additional 14 states have decriminalized certain amounts of marijuana.
Okay, that is more than 7 words in a row. That's our simple crutch, okay? And that is still plagiarism, because she did not, on the screen, put something like, this came from this step on the fact sheet, this page of the fact sheet. No.
Illegal. Colorado, Washington, Oregon, and Alaska, and the District of Columbia have passed measures to legalize marijuana use, while an additional 14 states have decriminalized certain amounts of marijuana.
Now, see, that makes it look like her words. She didn't put quotation marks around it. Give her credit, at least, for putting this, okay? We're going to give her partial credit. But that's not the way we should be doing things, okay? Cite your sources, and if you are using more than 7 words, think about using your own words or put that shit in quotation marks. Okay, people? All right.